Hello everyone, and welcome to week 12 of the CRL season. We have the loop. So there's a few rules beforehand that we have to go over before we have our first matchup. It's going to be Ermine versus Ben Roth. So if cars first of all, in order to qualify, they need to be in the forward-facing position until they reach the merger. Once they have 50% of their wheels crossing the merger, whoever one is further will win past that. But if you are anywhere on the track, if you want to win by distance, you're going to have to be in the forward-facing position. You cannot be upside down, must have all wheels on, you must be facing forward. So, and if you don't clear the distance, if you don't clear the threshold of the loop, that is the second blue half, then you don't score either. So we have Bill versus Rex here with Ermine versus Ben Roth. This is Ermine's doubleheader. They're off, and Rex is going to the races, and Rex is going to score first. So that is Ben Roth's point here. So Ben Roth 1, Ermine 0 for the first point here. AJ Brown versus Waluigi. Let's see what's going to happen. AJ Brown is going this time. Waluigi falls, and that's going to be AJ Brown's point. So it's 1-1, all tied up now. Next up is going to be Blitz versus Paragraph. Let's see what they can do. They are off. They both do the loop. Blitz falls off short, but Paragraph is able to finish. That is 2-1 Ben Roth here. He's about to get a win here. So, Expo versus Glazer. Let's see what's going to happen here. They're off. Expo falls, but that is going to be Glazer. He's in the forward-facing position, and he is further. So, that is a point for Ben Roth. So, 3-1. Ben Roth will seize this win from Ermine. So, Ermine is going to go 4-7, I believe. But he has a chance to get a win now. Ermine versus Peyton. Peyton's been on the up and up again. Peyton is currently 6-5, I believe. Maintains control of his division as of now. Obviously, Isaac still has a chance to win if Peyton loses. But yeah, so Bill is going to score first here against Converse. So that is the first score for Ermine here. 1-0 Ermine. AJ Brown versus Submersible now. Submersible might have some issues with that front-facing plate, and that might have just caused the issue there because AJ Brown is going to put Ermine up 2-0 right now. So Ermine can complete a surprising sweep. And I mean, if you think about it, he could rally back to a playoff spot. Maybe. I think there's a chance. I don't know. But that's going to be a fall from both of them. Both of them have not cleared the plane of the loop, and both are not even forward-facing. So that's not going to count as a point. This is Expo versus Cyan. Let's see what's going to happen here. They're going down, and Expo falls, but Cyan's not going to be in forward-facing position and on the wrong track. That's not going to count as a point for Peyton. And Expo's off the track. That's a DNF, but that means Ermine's going to win 2-0. What a wacky score there. But Ermine is going to go 5-7 on a season so far. So now we have Isaac versus Melissa, a divisional matchup here. Now, Isaac has the chance to regain control of the division with a win over Melissa today to go 7-6 or 7-5. He's currently 6-5. Peyton is 6-6 now, but Clockwork is going to score the first point here. It is 1-0 Melissa. Next up is Dragonfly versus Poltergeist. Let's see what they're up to, and that's going to be... Oh, never mind. I was going to say that was going to be Dragonfly, but he eats it before the merger, and that's going to be Poltergeist points. This is 2-0 Melissa here, and this is taking a turn for the worse for Isaac. I mean, he just had the chance to take over, and they both fall. That's going to be rough. Now Isaac needs to win the next two if he wants to get into a tiebreaker here. That's what he really needed, but Manta versus Titan. Let's see if Manta can get it done. And Manta does not get it done. He falls short, and that's going to be a Titan victory. So a 3-0 victory for Melissa. That's a big win for her, and I believe that's going to put her at 4-7 or 5-7. I believe 5-7 though, if I'm guessing. But now we have Micah versus Blake. So Micah is currently 7-4, hoping to get a win here and maybe take over his division from Luke. But we'll see. Blake is sitting at like 4-7, so not amazing, but it's whatever. That's not going to count. He is upside down. Forward-facing position, he's upside down, backwards, and everything in between. Sahara versus Drax, and that is forward-facing position right there, so that's going to count for distance. That is a point for Micah. Next up is Mock versus Banana. Let's see here. Current score is 1-0 Micah, and that's going to be Mock. Forward-facing position, makes it past the merger, and everything is all right. So it is 2-0 Micah now. Let's see if Blake can respond. Wario versus Stingray. Let's see what he can do. Stingray's going, and that's going to be a point for Stingray. So 2-1 Micah still. But Blake is going to be able to force a tiebreaker if he can beat Afterlife right here. So Afterlife versus Leopard. Afterlife falls, but so does Leopard. So that's going to be a 2-1 victory for Micah. Unfortunately for Blake, that probably smears his last chance of making playoffs. Honestly, it's probably done from there. So, I mean, it's pretty much eliminated. But Drew versus Colin. Drew has been rallying back after an embarrassing start to his season, trying to make playoffs here. Now, if he can get a win today, he will be in the running for playoffs. Obviously not making playoffs, but with the losses from Isaac and Peyton, Drew has a chance to go above them. Now, Isaac has a win over Drew, so if they're tied, Isaac would make it into the playoffs instead. But if Drew can keep a 1 win over both of them, and I mean, currently he's 2-0 against this Colin team, or I think it's 2-0. Vampira versus Sunny. There goes Vampira. So I don't think it's going to be 3-0. I believe Surge scored that first one, actually. So Propulsion versus Falcon. Let's see what's going to happen here. I believe the score is 2-1 Drew. Both of them don't make it. That's not forward-facing positions. That's not going to be it. So Colin has a chance to tie things up here. 2-1 Drew. EFOC versus Storm. Let's see what's going to happen. They're off. They're going, and EFOC is off to the races, and he is going to score 3-1 Drew. And just like that, Drew, if the season ended today, he would be in the playoffs. Because he is 7-7? I might be wrong, actually. I don't know what his record is. I think it might be 7-6. But I think it's like, no, it's not 7-6. I think he's 6-6 now. So, I mean, he's in the running. I don't think he would actually be. Oh, my gosh. Rosalina just pops her head off, and that is going to count. I'm sorry. I was zoned out. I don't know what Drew's thing is going on. We're just going to ignore that. But Emily scores the first point over Connor here. Sushi versus Spike. Spike is off this time, and that's going to count because he is past the merger. You do not need to be in forward-facing position once 50% of your wheels are in the merger, so that's going to count. So it is 1-1. Scores all tied up. Creeper versus Mechanic. Let's see what they can do. And Mechanic is off. That's going to be another point for Connor. So now it's 2-1 Connor. Taking an early lead here. So Puma versus Flamebit. So let's see if Emily can rally back here. Yeah, so Puma's going to tie things up. So now it is 2-2. All tied up. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. Rapido versus Locomotive. Locomotive might struggle with his long and heavy build here, but he does not. He's going to do it. He's going to score for Connor. That is a 3-1 victory, and now Connor is 11-1. That is an impressive record. I mean, he's 1 win away from having the same amount of wins as he had losses last season. That would be impressive. He might flip completely inverse his win-loss total from last season. This is like the biggest comeback ever. So Ben Cressman versus Luke Mullen. Luke has been on a 4-game losing streak. It has not been good for him, but he's going to score first with Mr. Spice. It has not been good for Luke. Luke is currently 7-4. Has been 0-4 in his last 4 weeks, and he's hoping for a win. I mean, he's realistically going to make playoffs, but going into playoffs, going 0-6, I mean, 7-6, you're barely making playoffs. You might not even make playoffs with that. I mean, This conference is pretty competitive, actually. But that's not going to be a point for either cards there. So, still currently 1... Shoot. It might be 2. I don't know what it is. I lost track. But that's going to be a circuit score. And good for Circuit. That's going to be it, though. That's going to be a 3-0 victory for Luke. 2-0 victory for Luke. Yeah, I mean, Ben can't bounce back from that because of the DNFs. So, yeah. Braden versus Landon now. Landon is pretty much already in the playoffs. He just isn't technically confirmed because of logistics, but I don't see him losing too many more of these matchups here. That's going to be Scoville against Braden. Braden's pretty much, his playoff hopes are pretty much extinguished at this point. I mean, he had a bit where he could have rallied back, but he would have needed to keep winning, and he wasn't able to keep that up. Because he won, and then he lost, and now he kept losing. That's going to be a second point for Landon here. It's 2-0 Landon. But Landon is pretty much playoff bound. Just like that, he's going to be able to sweep Braden. And that's going to be a victory for Landon. So, I mean, yeah, pretty much playoff bound. I mean, this is one of the more impressive teams that we've seen. And it's going to be an interesting show in the Northern Conference. I mean, we're going to see Tomzio versus Landon next week. That's going to give us an early glimpse into what we're going to see in the playoffs if they ever face each other. So, Alex versus Parker here. Now, Parker has been such a sleeper team. Alex started off really good, but he is just fallen off. I mean, he's proven us wrong by scoring 1 point here. So it was 1-0 Alex, but he just fell completely off the face of the earth in these last couple of weeks. I mean, he was like 5-1, and now he's what? Like 5-7, 5-6. He's 5-6 right now. How do you go from 5-1 to 5-6? That means he lost 5 straight matchups in a row. Maybe not, but I mean, I guess he had to because he hasn't won one since then. But yeah, so Lugnut versus Blaze 2.0. Currently 1-0 Alex. Now, that's not good because it's not forward-facing, it's not on the track, and it's not cross-playing a loop. So it's still 1-0 Alex. If he can pull this off, he will get a dub. But no, Pop is going to force a 1-1 tiebreaker. Interesting. So, Han Solo versus Pop. This Alex might get eliminated from the playoffs soon if he doesn't. Oh my gosh. That's going to be a loss. And just like that, Parker is going to go 10-2, and that pretty much guarantees him a playoff spot. I believe it has, because I don't think anyone else can even get 10 wins in that division with the rest of the time they have left. Maybe Luke and Micah, but other than that, I mean, yeah. Unfortunate for Alex, I think he's now 5-7, which is embarrassing, but another team that has not really fallen from grace. It's just been terrible. Caleb's team has been terrible, but, I mean, Ashland's been doing pretty good. Obviously, 1 point scored from Tokyo there, and we're going to see Burgermobile get a point for Caleb. So, I mean, not too shabby, but still, his playoff hopes are pretty much extinguished. He's 4-7, lost more games than he's ever lost in any season before, and Ashland's going to rally her first point back. So it was 2-1 Caleb. Ashland might be able to make a comeback. That's typically how this goes. I mean, I think we can already tell who Caleb's keeping in his dynasty rule. I mean, it's probably going to be Tokyo and Burgermobile, and I think he's going to restructure his team around that. We'll see how that goes, but Ashland has just rallied back, so 2-2. So Violet versus Alk here. See what's going to happen, and they both fall. That's not completely on the track. I'm so sorry, but that is going to be a 2-2 tiebreaker. 2-2 tiebreaker. Triple T tiebreaker. But Velociraptor is going to score the first point, so it is 3-2 for Ashland now, taking a lead in this tiebreaker. Statue versus Burgermobile. Let's see what's going to happen. That's going to be Burgermobile, so it is 3-3 in this tiebreaker. It is a 3-3 tiebreaker, Triple T. Final match here, Velociraptor versus Burgermobile. Who's going to go 4-3? And it's going to be Ashland. Burgermobile gets sent flying. Rest in peace, Burgermobile. This is Ashland's victory. She's going to go 8-4 on the season so far. 2 more games left. If she can go 10-4, that would be pretty impressive. She could clinch her division. I think she might have already clinched her division with that win, but still. Impressive victory from Ashland, and Caleb's pretty much done. He's done. Get him out of here. Neon versus Ace here with Grant versus Tomzio. Grant has recently just rallied back to a number 1 in his division. He was actually number 4 in the first couple of weeks, went like 0-3, but he's rallied back. He's 7-4, and he is going to tie things up against Tomzio here. But I mean, this is just impressive from Grant. I mean, his team finally figured it out, That's going to be another point for Grant. I believe it's 2-0 Grant now. But we got Diddy Kong versus Turtle. Let's see what's going to happen here. And there goes Turtle. So it's going to be 2-1. Wait, maybe it's 2-2. Might be 2-2. Koopa Troopa versus Pterodactyl. Who will win? It's Pterodactyl. And actually, is that gonna? Yeah, it's gonna be a Tom Zio victory. I'm sorry, I didn't realize that Ace made it to the merger. That's gonna be a win for Tom Zio. So a 3-2 victory for Tom Zio. And last but not least, we have Abby versus Kian. So Beetle versus Whiskers. Kian, I believe, has lost more times in a row than anyone has ever lost in a row. It was previously Connor, but Kian is currently 0-9. He might go this whole season without getting a win. That would be impressive. A CRL record, to be sure. Obviously, someone could have broke that in the previous weeks where there was more weeks. But, this is impressive, honestly. It takes skill to be this terrible. But, yeah, so Mike Wazowski versus Lowrider. That's not going to be Mike Wazowski, and that's going to be Lowrider. So far, Lac2's been our only point here. 1-0 Abby Mohawk versus Drift. And that's going to be no one again. So, a couple swings and a couple misses. And this is one last chance for Kian here. So, Charger versus Matt. Let's see if Kian can force that. No. So, Lac2 is going to score, and that's going to be a 1-0 victory for Abby. And Kian's going to go 0-10 on the season. So, that is unfortunate. Let's take a look at the records now. So, it looks like Tom Zio is maintaining control of division. I believe he is going to qualify for playoffs. Peyton still maintains control of his division's technically number 2 in this ranking because of alphabetical order. Luke still maintains his control over that division. Grant still maintains control over his division. Connor is still ahead of his division at 11-1. Parker's not far behind at 10-2. Obviously, Connor has that victory over Parker, so that could cause some things there. Ashlyn's still leading her division, and now Drew is ahead of Alec. And it's not, Alex doesn't look like he's in playoff contention, but who knows. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great night. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Week 13 will be coming out next Tuesday. And so, yeah, stay tuned for that. It's going to be the last normal circuit, and then we have the randomizer. I'm really excited for the randomizer. I think you guys are going to like it. There's going to be so many cool matchups, so many fun things. It's going to be wacky. It's going to be a great regular season finale, and I hope you guys will enjoy that. So thanks so much for watching, and have a great night. Goodbye.